Hi. It's been a couple days. I got a haircut.
I did not get a haircut. Oh.
There's a moto behind us. It's coming for us. Dun 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 dun. Oh, and he's going the other way. All right. On Monday, so 2 days ago, we saw that nothing was really happening in the space, so we just contacted the architect and trying to get an idea of what was happening. And she kind of let us know that a lot has been happening behind the scenes that we were not really aware of. So, do you want to explain some of those things?
Hi. So we met with the architect yesterday evening in the space for about an hour. And she began to tell us about what all had gone on the last couple of days. And between some confusion with the builder, the construction company, and the plans about what size AC unit we needed, there was some confusion about that, even though the quote that we got had it where the architect had measured out and everything, done her calculations, and it got approved by the city. They wanted to put in something bigger. And that's also because another technician from this town hall called our architect and said that it needed to be bigger. But she was like, no, that doesn't make sense because before I was told that it didn't need to be. And he was like, oh, okay. But basically he was trying to upsell a bigger air conditioning unit. So even though he really isn't the person that, it was really confusing. So that stalled us a little bit. They're trying to figure out about the ceiling. We're going to have wood beams in the ceiling. And the cost of wood, evidently, we're being told, has gone up quite a bit since we signed the contract or since they did the quote. I'm not sure. We're not quite sure which one. But the builder was getting a little bit stressed about that. So they're trying to figure out alternative solutions to make sure it comes within budget, which means that maybe we do less beams because we had them really close together, and maybe we do them a little bit further apart and it gives more illumination, brightness to the space.
And I would say in general, just trying to work out things with the construction company about what to do and what not to do that would fit within the budget has been a big thing. And part of our struggle has been that some of the things that are in the contract were not some of the things that were in the blueprint, and trying to figure out, okay, well, we signed a contract with them to do these things, and some of the things that we originally had in the blueprint are not in that. So yeah, trying to figure that out as well.
Another thing that I believe is distinct between construction outside of Spain and maybe in the US is that here you have to get all your plans approved, which I think is normal in construction across the globe. But here it's more, you may have one government office and you have technicians or contractors that, not contractors, but government employees that, engineers that work within there, inspectors, thank you. And they might work in the same building, but they will give you very different answers. But when they actually go back and look at it more in detail, they may be like, oh, actually I know I said that, but actually it's this. So you have to always get things in writing here. That's one thing the architect was telling us yesterday, because you may have someone tell you over the phone it looks good, and they're looking at it on their phone, scrolling through real fast, or looking on their laptop. And then reality, whenever they go to officially do it in the government system, they realize that it's not according to their code, their legislation. So
An easy example of that is that we first, when we designed our blueprints, we wanted to have just one bathroom because it's a small space. And then these inspectors are saying, no, you've got to have two, you've got to have a male and female, one of them has to be handicap accessible. And I said, okay, are you sure we have to have two? Yes, you absolutely have to have two. Fast forward a month later, another inspector from the same city, looking at the same space, said, why do you guys have two bathrooms? You only need one bathroom. So that just gives you an idea, and that's kind of been the case over and over again for how big the AC units need to be, the electrical stuff, the plumbing stuff, the trash room, all these different things, the vestibulo. Each person has kind of a different answer. So like Emily said, it's really important to get it in writing.
Because you haven't seen our lovely faces.
Don't cut me out of
I'm
the
sorry, I'm
shot.
sorry. Because you haven't seen our
I'm
lovely...
just kidding. I'm over here.
Adam is present, just so everyone knows. We were also told yesterday that in one aspect about how we have the counter designed, and then a back counter where we'll be prepping things, and our tile wall will be on the back there, sort of like a accent wall piece, that the inspector was like, having this counter behind the main counter, like, it's weird. Like, why would you do that? Like, you need to like have another space where you prepare your dishes and stuff. She's like, no, it's not like that with specialty coffee. Everything is out and visible, and you see them prepping. And the architect was trying to tell him. He's like, that's just weird. He's like, well, you know what? Just put like a little space in one of your little like closet area where the mop closet is. Just make it into an office. And I was like, an office? And they usually literally use the word office here, like OFFICE, like English, but it means a kitchen preparation area. So basically we have to have another little counter in there where we prepare the elements, the dishes, or the things. I mean, literally, guys, we're going to have pre-baked things that we're literally slicing up, serving to people. It's going to be a very simple model. So pause the things, because this could be a very negative video, even though it's behind the scenes.
It's a beautiful day.
It's a beautiful day. Flexibility, we've said this before, but it continues to repeat itself over and over again. And not to lower your expectations, I think that's why we process this with you guys, and we process it together as a couple, because we don't want to feel like we're settling, but also the reality of people work differently here, and you have to find that balance. We've talked about that before too, of when to push and work well with others. And we have to think, like, is it worth? It's not worth getting into an argument over a bench seat that I thought was very important in our space. But maybe we have to change it up and be flexible and do something else. So put a couch instead, which, originally I wanted a couch anyway in that little corner, but I was told that it had to be a tables and chairs. So now that we're back at Couch Town, couch idea.
Couch Town.
Couch Town. We actually, like, inviting the working out for the best, Look, full circle. Praise the Lord.
So he's working there today, the electrician, and we won't probably get any shots today, but we will tomorrow give you an update on the space.
Okay. Bye, friends.